The world of the NBA has been getting really heated recently as news coming from LeBron James, the Lakers, and other teams has been releasing. So much is going on in this world, so it's hard to cover in one video. So what are some important news pieces going on right now? Well, stay tuned to today's videos. We're going to discuss Lakers star LeBron James slammed by Kwame Brown for trying to be like Stephen Curry. First up, we have Lakers star LeBron James slammed by Kwame Brown for trying to be like Stephen Curry. Over the past few games of this current NBA season, we've seen the Lakers and LeBron James just not doing well. For what seems like the millionth time this season, they have had an awful game and an awful situation to boot. Over the season thus far, we have lost 3 games in a row, which includes a terrible defeat against the Denver Nuggets, who are already depleted and not doing well either. Just isn't looking great for the Lakers right now. Because the Lakers are meant to be the best of the NBA and have some of the biggest superstars in the sport, criticisms are going to appear after their recent track record. One important one has been coming from ex-Laker Kwame Brown. He called out LeBron James for many different things, including trying to be like Stephen Curry a little bit too much. "You're not going to win coming off screens shooting threes all day long," said Brown. "It ain't working yet." Kwame feels like the team needs to focus on their offense a little more. They have some really oppressive bodies in their lineup and they need to put them to good use. Dwight Howard is one player the former Laker pointed out, as he wants him to give more attention to offense, and it turns it will keep him motivated on his defense. However, even if Kwame's comments are correct, it's not just one thing that's plaguing the Lakers games right now. There seems to be many issues internally and with each player, so that needs to be sorted out. Biggest thing is that they're clearly missing Anthony Davis, as the team is in disarray. What do you think about the Lakers right now? Let us know in the comments section down below. And now, on to some more NBA news. Next up is the Sixers' hand has been forced in Simmons talks. 2 rivals could trigger a trade. Time's ticking down for the Philadelphia 76ers as they're being forced to deal with Ben Simmons ahead of the February 10th deadline. He's set to join the Sixers this season and has been training away from everyone, even the team. President of the 76ers himself, Daryl Morey, confirmed what was going on just a few days ago now. "I think this is how great Joel is. Our line has moved down a little bit because Joel has lifted us to contention by his sheer will of greatness this year. This makes the number of deals we would do more likely. It's more likely that we can find ones that get us into the top few contention because of how great Joel's playing. So we're sitting right now at a better chance of a trade that actually helps Joel and the Sixers," Morey said. Though they seem to be getting him as a player, his deal isn't sorted out just yet. They're trying their best to get a good deal between them confirmed, and it's looking like the February deadline is going to be broken. If you read between the lines, there are clearly many other offers coming for Ben Simmons right now, with even better packages involved. 2 rivals of Simmons could actually trigger a trade deal, as they're going to be shaking up the competition. They have attractive assets, so there are many other ideas to be discussed between them all. What do you think about this trade for Ben Simmons and the possible trade deal because of his rivals? Let us know down in the comments section below. And now we have Bulls' DeMar DeRozan making NBA history by sinking game-winning buzzer beater on consecutive days. During the closing seconds of the recent match, Chicago Bulls took over the match and ended up winning out of nowhere. How did they achieve this? Well, it's all due to their MVP candidate, DeMar DeRozan. This got even crazier after the match. According to CBS News, on Saturday, DeRozan became the first player in NBA history to make game-winning buzzer beaters on consecutive days. Started Friday, Bulls trailed the Pacers 106-105, but DeRozan drained a runner from behind the arc to close out 2021 with a bang. But DeRozan wasn't done. His first place Bulls trailed the Washington Wizards 119-117 in the closing seconds on Saturday. He could have played for the tie, but why bother when you're as hot as he has been in the clutch? DeRozan rang in the new year with an even more impressive winner. This time he made it from the corner with 2 Wizards in his face. DeRozan's amazing play came from Chicago's excellence in the clutch this season. The Bulls are actually now 11-6 in clutch situations, with DeRozan shooting nearly 55% from the field entering Saturday. They have the NBA's 3rd-ranked clutch offense, trailing only the Clippers and Suns, and if he continues to make jumpers at the rate he's made them this season, the Bulls are going to be able to go toe-to-toe with anyone in the postseason. Next up is Stephen Curry taking big picture perspective on January's slump. Stephen Curry was doing super well last year. He broke many records and was overall just playing at the top of his game the vast majority of the time. time. However, with the January slump that many NBA players seem to be in right now, he isn't taking it as something bad. Instead, the NBA All-Star is taking this as a good news and taking the big picture perspective instead of getting down in the dumps while not playing at his best. Clearly, things aren't going great, and he's acknowledged that in many interviews over the past few days. However, it seems like the player wants to make sure he knows what he's capable of. Instead of taking the missed shots and thinking bad about it, he's instead not losing any confidence over what he's capable of doing. He wants to make sure he knows within himself that he's a great player and he shouldn't doubt his own ability. After all, he's easily one of the best players in the NBA right now. Just last month, we saw Stephen Curry become an official NBA greatest three-point shooter as he took over Ray Allen's #1 on the league's all-time list. And finally, we have former NBA players racially abused in China by angry fans. Sonny Weems is a former NBA player but now plays for the CBA. This is the Chinese Basketball Association, and he plays for the Guangdong Southern Tigers. Recently, he was sadly racially discriminated against when fans shouted the N-word at him after a game. From what news outlets are saying, the incident occurred after the game between the Southern Tigers and the Yongning Flying Leopards last Thursday, when Weems, 35, encountered enraged fans who hurled racial slurs at him as he was exiting his team's bus, CNN reported. The American basketball player got into a fight with Han Yong of the Flying Leopards during the third quarter of the game, which angered fans. There was also actually a video released on social media that shows Weems ignoring and powering through the racial slurs that were being hurled at the star by some Leopard fans. Whilst many were just saying the N-word, some were also saying "get out of China" and other awful things to the basketball star. He flashed a smile at the fans to show he didn't care and was trying to push through them. Weems hasn't addressed the racial comment and remarks made against him just yet, but many of his fans on social media and those in the CBA are supporting the basketball player through this ordeal. There were various comments coming out of the CBA and many other outlets in support of the player and calling for people to stop harassing him. It's such a shame because he had clearly taken a big risk moving over to the CBA, and the public are still very racist for no reason at all. China has a problem with outside cultures coming into its own, especially sport. They feel like their players need to be from that country and not from another. It's just awful. What do you think about this whole situation? Let us know down in the comments section below. That's the end of today's video. The NBA always seems to have some really interesting stories each week, and this one has been extra juicy. Some stories carry over as we get more developments, but as always, there have been many news stories coming out. Hopefully you enjoyed this latest video. If you did, would you please let us know down in the comments section below? It'd be very helpful. Make sure to like the video, comment down below, and of course subscribe to the channel and notification bell rung. Thank you for watching today's video. Bye.